Hi, my name is Linda. I'm a triathlete, and that inspires a lot of the recipes that I make, mainly because I need a lot of iron and protein to help my body recover and to give myself the energy for another hard workout or for a race. So today I'm going to be sharing with you my one-pot chicken peanut soup, which is packed with protein and iron and fiber and some carbs. So it's a good mix of all the nutrients that you need for a good day and for a good workout. So we start, as most soup recipes start, by sauteing some onions. So I'm just going to put some oil in the pan, allow that to heat up. And we're going to saute. I put about one onion. One thing I'm not good at is measuring, so I just kind of go by whatever feels good. And about 2 cloves of garlic. And I'll let that heat up for about 30 seconds to a minute, and then I'm going to put in some chicken. Now, if you want to make this a vegetarian soup, you can totally just leave the chicken out and leave the chicken broth out and use vegetable broth. But like I said, I need a lot of protein, so I put some meat in as well. So now we're going to put in about 1 breast of chicken, and I've chopped this up into little cubes. I like chunky soups, but not too chunky, so they're fairly tiny pieces of chicken. And we're just going to saute that up pretty much until the onion is translucent, until the chicken is white. So now this is good and sauteed, and it's starting to become very fragrant. We are going to add the spices and make it even more fragrant. So I'm going to add about 1.5 teaspoons of coriander, and I have a problem with measuring, so I just use my hand. And about the same amount of paprika, about 1.5 teaspoons. And just a little bit of cayenne pepper. If you like more kick, you can put some more in, but I just only like a little bit. And we're going to stir that in so it's good and seasoned. So now that this is combined, I'm going to lower the heat so we can make our broth. So now we're going to create the broth, which includes one of an athlete's favorite foods, peanut butter. Now you want to only use the natural peanut butter, pretty much any peanut butter that just has peanuts and salt in it. Although this peanut butter I think actually has flaxseed added into it, which is an added benefit, more fiber. So we're going to put 1/4 cup of peanut butter into the food processor. I put a little bit of the chickpeas in just to thicken it up a little bit. And then we're going to add the chicken broth in stages. So I'll put about 1/4 of the chicken broth in right now, and we're going to mix it up, and then I'll gradually put in the chicken broth as it mixes. And that's good and smooth, and it's ready to put into our soup. So now we've created the broth, and we're going to put everything all together. I'm going to pour in the broth that we made with the peanut butter and the chicken broth and the chickpeas. And we're going to add the rest of the chickpeas. And we're going to throw in a can of diced tomatoes. Stir that around, and we're going to let this simmer for about 5 minutes, and we'll be almost ready to go. So now that our soup is simmered for about 5 minutes, we're going to add our final nutrient-rich ingredient, which is spinach. This will give you a little extra iron and fiber and all that good stuff. I think it even has calcium in it. So we're just going to pour this spinach in. And if you really don't have time to chop spinach, you can also just get a bag of frozen spinach and put it in. And you pack it in, and it'll just take maybe 30 seconds or so to wilt, and then you'll have your nice chunky soup. I'm going to add some salt and pepper just to add a little more flavor at the end. So now our spinach is wilted and our soup is ready to plate. Sometimes I throw a few peanuts on there as a little garnish. I hope you enjoy it.